All right, it is time for Scene Stealers. Who was the best actor, actress, artist in this film? And I think this might be an unprecedented episode where we land on the same person. I have an honorable mention and the winner. What do you have?
For me, when you talk about it, I really went through this film, and my honorable mention would be Winston Duke. For as far as when let's be honest, we met Winston Duke in Black Panther. I'm pretty sure he's been a part of other projects, but for me, M'Baku would be one of those characters. If I was a child, how we still talk about Sloth, how we talk about other characters from our childhood and things we've seen. He was just that powerful, and that's tough. As an actor, when you're going to do something like that, you run the risk of being typecast and only being remembered as one thing. To me, the reason why he's my honorable mention for this, he did such a great job of making me hate him. When he was in Baku, I only saw him as great African warriors, but still compassionate to a life. He was still a strategist, things of that nature. And to see him not be head of household in this film, but not just like, he made me not. If he did a bad job, he would have made me be like, oh, he was there, but he wasn't really there. No, he was obviously not there so much that it was like, dude, you was almost like kind of Urkelly. He went from M'Baku to, so he's my honorable mention. But when it goes,
Oh, wait, don't go into that yet.
Oh no, I'm not going into that yet. But like I said, when it goes to this film, we had a lot of great performances. Clearly, a lot was asked of the child actors, but my honorable mention does go to Winston Duke.
My honorable mention also goes to Winston Duke because, again, his range from Black Panther to this shows that he can, I mean, between those two characters, I'm confident he could pretty much play anything because he was the opposite of a corny dad. And he embodied a corny dad so perfectly in this. Before we get to our, what I know is both of our number one, a quick recap. First episode on the board with Black Panther, we have Okoye, and second episode, Tenet, we have Robert Pattinson. Third episode, The Living Wake, we have Mike O'Connell. Fourth episode, Rounders, we have Edward Norton. No, we gave that to you, didn't we? Matt Damon.
Well, yeah, Matt and Damon. Yeah, we can give it to me, but
Matt Damon is on the board.
Yes, he's on the board.
Okay.
For how he stood up to Joe.
It should have been Edward. All right, Matt Damon's on the board, Rounders, and then paid in full, Wood Harris, not Mekhi Phifer. And this episode, I think, is going to be an easy, no draw. Let's just say it at the same time. In 3, 2, 1. Our number one is
Lupita Nyong'o. Well, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Wait, that. Lupita.
Queen Lupita.
For me, I'm gonna let you take most of it, but I'll just sum it up by saying this: is that to me, one of the hardest things to do, as we just mentioned, is to show range, but to show range in one film.
Yeah.
To have to not only show range as two different people, but she also still had to embody the little girl that played her character in the beginnings. Like, when you notice those things, and it's just like, man, she truly is an artist at what she does. And for me, I couldn't take my eyes off of her. And not only that, for me, I'm pretty sure I have it all in my notes from the things that we've researched, is that she was just so strong, man. I mean, just like, I can relate to that so much as seeing, with having a strong mother, I can relate to seeing these, like, she at any given, she was even looking at her husband at her like, what? I got it, man, whatever. Like, we ain't got no time for this right now. Like she was so strong. Now, in the end, we do find out if you paid attention, we find out where she gets that strength from. But I will say this, is that for her range, her attention to detail, how she was hugging her kids. I've seen moms hug their kids like that, like, protect the kids. Get your shoes. Call like nah. Oh, and speaking of that real quick, because I know we almost forgot that. What the were the cops? Like, don't think Jordan Peele did. They said specific.
They were 17 minutes away.
14 minutes away. 14. They said they were 14 minutes away. 30 minutes later, when we're on the couch, you don't hear no woo, woo, no SWAT team kicking in the door.
Like the kid said, there's too many twins.
Yeah, but I picked up on that, and that was everybody's excuse, but that was later on in the film. When they first made that call, wasn't popping off. And they said, we be there. They didn't say they weren't on hold, because remember when they made the call at their friend's house, they were on hold.
Well, they probably walked out of the station to their own doppelgangers waiting.
True. No, not true. Don't take up for him.
I'm not taking. I do not. I'm not. Taking
Oh, here we
but
go.
they
Yeah, you go again.
They have an out in this instance. They probably were up against their own, and their doppelgangers that were probably some big racist white dudes that took no time in taking them out.
Way to come back. Say racist and you bring yourself all the way back. I'm with you. Go ahead.
My
But
my
Miss
thoughts on
Lupita,
Lupita
yes.
are the same. Like the range that she plays a protagonist that's actually the antagonist, as well as an extremely disturbing antagonist throughout the entire film. Um, the complicated nuances that she portrays in the characters, especially the character of who we think is Adelaide throughout the entirety of the movie,
Or maybe not be.
like she is always deep in it, in the psychology of it. You just watch her eyes, you watch her the little thing, just the little things that she does that
Aren't
the
they
camera
both,
picks
though?
up on.
In their own way, aren't they both?
Yeah, but the when you go back and watch it, knowing that Adelaide is red, and you pay
In your
attention to her, you pay attention to like Adelaide's little quirks, little
Nuances
things that
and things
sets
like
her off. Yeah, it's just she played that really well, and I mean her performance as Red. Just in that introductory scene alone, with that monologue where she's explaining the difference between when they're going through this beautiful life, the tethered are going through this life, and you see the tears in the shot welling up in her eye and falling down.
What's synonymous about that shot?
I don't know what.
It's the exact same shot from Get Out.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
very
Not-
nice.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
So congratulations to Lupita for being our first unanimous
Yes, very
scene
much,
stealer.
and very well deserved. We both respect your craft and what you do, and it would be an honor in season 2 if you can come on to the show. So just shooting our shot.
I like the word choice.
What?
If she came on to the show, we certainly would be shooting our shot. Find us in all these links. It's coming up right now.
That's the trailer.